Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever one applies to you. Happy Tuesday. I hope your day is going well. I hope if you're working and lurking, that work is not too terrible. We are getting back into Dungeon Siege 2. And hopefully it goes better than the end of last time. But I really enjoy playing it, even if I'm not very good at it. So we are just gonna keep on trucking along. Okay. Forgot what I was doing. Journal. This way we can at least look at our quest log. Alright, so we're still looking for the Dryad Exile Colony. And then, what are our secondary quests? This is where we only have one of the thingies. Bring a keepsake from our hometown. Find secret rooms to be within the Elven Shrine. Is that the Elven Shrine that we were at? Or is this a new one? Because it's kind of hard to know. And then find Rand. I sort of think that those are supposed to be where we were before. And not in the new area that we're in. But we're just going to keep going forward. If we miss them, we miss them. I want to take a look at our inventory. Mostly just to remind myself what all we have. 17 range, dice dexterity. And I know she has a bow just in case, but we aren't actually using it. Okay. I think we are all set and ready to go. I hope. So how has everyone's day been? You know, welcome in, have a good, hoping, bleh, already can't speak, the beginning of the stream. I hope it's a good day. Like I said, I hope you're not working too hard. Yeah, all the things, all the thingy things. Okay, and everything, of course, has respawned because we haven't played in a minute. And this is the way we need to go back here. But let's get rid of these guys first. I think that is going to be probably the best course of action. That way nothing can sneak up behind us. I don't think I have to worry about the farther down ones. I think it's just these two wandering swamp monsters. Unless those guys get too close. And then we'll worry about them. And I guess they're not really swamp monsters. They just, I don't know. They really remind me of Swamp Thing. So that's what we're calling them. Oh, there's something. Little dinos over here. Oh, that's not the right button. Okay. also requires melee, which none of my characters are doing melee at the moment. We will have to, when we get the other guy, which is next on our list, we will absolutely have a melee person. But at the moment, we don't. And do we want to go down, or do we want to go around? This is where we ran into trouble either direction, really, last time. So let's be more cautious than we were being before. That was cool. I have to remember which one of these does what. Thunderous Shot. Flame Nexus. Okay. Oh, and it's okay. Well, now I know. I keep forgetting that they're down there. It feels like they ought to be, I don't know. Like, I know you select them by your character stuff, but having them down at the very bottom of the screen just, I don't know, it throws me off, I guess. Now, we're gonna have two of them. Remembering to watch my health and my mana. Must remember to watch those, because I'm really bad at it. So, I need to make sure that that's what I'm paying attention to the most out of everything. I feel like we're not doing that much damage to this guy, even though we're like right there. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because the tree was kind of in our way, but he didn't seem to have any issues hitting us. What do I know? What? You know. We just play the games, we didn't create them, so... So I assume I mean, that's the eastern jungle. Is that us? This map is really not as useful as I would like it to be. There's Razka's Ruins, Southern Greyland Jungle, Eastern Greyland Jungle, but isn't that... maybe... north, south, scooch over, west. Okay, so east is like a other area that we haven't been in yet. Okay. Getting my east and west confused. And if I'm reading the map correctly, it's an area we don't really need to go in. I'm not sure. Because if we go this way, seems that we're going the opposite direction. Right, and there's that cave that we kept dying in. I don't think I actually want to go all the way in. I just want to see what it's called. Oh, and it doesn't tell me. There's just... But this is probably where that other dude that we're supposed to find is. And there's one hiding behind me that of course I can't see. Ah! Gotta love the spinning wheel of... Yeah, it's the downside to the older games that are point and click. It's definitely the downside to them. They're still a ton of fun, and that's the important part, but it is definitely one of the downsides. Is you move the mouse and everything spins. Well, I'm glad we saved where we did. Alright, here we go. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, we were right inside the cave. So it should be pretty easy for us to pick up our stuff. Oh my goodness. Although everything and its mother is here. Alright, we're just gonna reload. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about trying to run back. I do hate that it minimizes every time. Like, I don't know why it does that. But, whatever, it does. There's nothing we can change about it. One of our things has to do with those ruins, though, right? Or am I just losing my mind? Yep, and maybe we should, you know, not try to read the journal while stuff is attacking. You know, just maybe. I don't know where... Oh. Why are you wandering way over there? Weirdo. Energy orb. Decide maybe I should breed these. Okay. I think I'm really just over trying to deal with that cave. Maybe we go down here. Nope. There's a swamp thing over here, though. I need to remember to use that. That was kind of awesome. Sorry, everybody. Spun you around in circles. Okay. So according to the little arrows, we have to go like that away. Oh, and right, save early, save often. We've already reloaded once because, yeah. So we'll try down here after we get this guy. I wonder. Oh, nope, it won't. Okay. We are gonna chill in this room for a minute, give mana a little bit of a chance to replenish, as I don't really want to have to constantly like go back and forth and back and forth. You know, all the things. And plus we're trying to conserve our stuff. We don't have, we have like no mana potions, so conserving stuff is definitely a good idea, as we want to save up for getting the extra guy. I think at this point we've proved that I really need the extra guy, not just relying on potions. So yeah, we're gonna try our best to not need them, so that way we can conserve our coin instead of having to spend it all on those guys. Or, you know what I meant. Spending it all on potions. Make sure there's nothing in the corners. Okay, through the door we go. Alright, how about we back up a little bit? Bring these guys over here where maybe I can see them, and also maybe you can see them, because, you know, looking through a pole is not exactly the most interesting way to view a game. At least I wouldn't think. There's probably someone that enjoys only being able to see half of what's going on, but well, that did not go as well as we had hoped. So maybe, I know we can't buy the guy, and I was just talking about not trying to waste all of our money.
Greetings, friend. My potion.
But I think we need just one. Get just one mana potion. I think that'll help. How close do I have to get for it to... Well, it retrieved my stuff. Okay, and she got her stuff, and of course now is in the middle of fighting everything. And I'm out of mana, so we will switch to the bow. I really need to raise our mana, like a lot or something, because this is getting to be trouble. Or troublesome. Or both, really. Alright, let's take a look at what we've picked up. Pretty sure we already had those. Did we pick up anything new? Jewel of Lightning. Armor intelligence. Bunch of stuff. Armor and health. This is more armor and health, right? Yeah. So we'll switch you out. Give you there. That is definitely better than that. Drop that down there. I think this is a better bow than the one she uses. 610, 36. Yeah. Because if we're having to occasionally switch to a bow, I'd like it to be one that's actually, like, useful. You know. Just maybe. Kinda, sorta. That is a better hat. And there was another ring. 4 health and ice resistance. I don't know. Alright, well. Get out of that. My mana's back up, so you can switch back around. Which way do we need to go? This. Sorry, everyone, I just gave y'all motion sickness. This way. This is the way we need to go. With a locked door. Nothing else in here. Oh, I'm glad I turned all the way around. Adept robe. Requires combat magic, which we do use. I'm level 8. 23. It does give mana regeneration. I think that's probably a useful switch out, even though it's less armor in general. Armor of 23 plus 4, so 27. So a little bit less, but we were just talking about desperately needing more mana and mana regeneration. So that is going to be what we're going with. And again, let's save. We have learned that if you don't and you come back, sometimes it doesn't give you the same cool thing. The door is locked and requires a key. It is marked with an inscription that reads X. That's not useful. Did our journal update or anything? Anything to help me out? No. Enter the temple and place the Stone of Life within its socket. Does that have to do with this one? Because this is not called that. This is like a small cave or something, right? Right, so we need a key to get in here, which we do not have. And I don't see anything that indicates an X or a key. None of these guards dropped anything. Door is locked. The inscription reads X. Again, really just not useful at all. Oh well, I guess we are moving on. Since we don't have a way of getting in there, that is really our only option. Okay, so our arrow says this way. Oh, there's chests. Let's not hit the wall. Let's break the chests. So I'm guessing, in theory, we have to go into that cave. Because I'm guessing that's where the key is. I don't see anything else, like anywhere else to go. Ah! That was a very unfortunate camera angle. Razka's Ruins, Town of Valyrian, Exile Colony. So I guess for lack of anywhere else to go, we have to go this way. I don't want to go this way. I really don't want to have to go in the cave again, because we keep having to go in there and it keeps being bad. But, like I said, I guess we have to... It would make the most sense that that's where the key is hiding. It just would, whether I like it or not. It just makes the most sense. But we'll wait a sec for mana and whatnot to regenerate. And then we'll try the cave again. For what feels like the 50th time. I know today it's only been gonna be the second time, or maybe third time. But, you know, we went a couple of times last week too, and anyway. I don't really feel like going back in there. But I guess we have to. Figured maybe I'd look over here real quick, just in case. Okay, let's try to be slow about it all. Okay, sorry. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Party order. We'll try that. Let's see if that helps. Well, that seemed to help here. No telling if it'll help anywhere else, but it seemed to help this part. Or we just got really lucky? But we don't have any health potions. Crap. Well, shnikes. Yeah. I forgot that we didn't have any health potions.
Please take Take your time browsing through my...
We are never gonna get to get our other guy at this rate. Because we're never gonna get enough money to. We should have done it much sooner. We should have done it like the minute we had enough instead of thinking we could hang out or hold on to with just two of us. But here we are. This is the boat we're in, so we're just gonna run with it. Oh, crud. They're all down here, which means we're not going to be able to get to our bodies fast enough. Yeah. Well, shit. I guess reloading again it is. And sorry, I have no control over it making the screen small every time I do that. I wish I did. It would make things so much simpler. Okay, we have 381. Is there... Nope, let's look in here. Let's see what we can sell. Because there has got to be stuff we can sell at this point. I know we were kind of hanging on to some things. Yeah, hang on to the regents. Those are things that, in theory, should be useful eventually. Oh, we ended up with 2 of those? Because that's what I have, right? Armor and mana regeneration. Melee resistance, strength, dexterity. Okay, so they're not quite the same. Alright, let's sell some stuff. Let's just be smart about it. Or try to be smart about it.
Greetings, friend.
And sell some stuff. Because we have 2 of these. We're gonna sell that one. Okay. Before we do anything else.
I didn't expect to see you here. If you're leaving town soon, I'll lend you my sword arm.
I would be happy to have you come along. Oh, we have to go talk to the innkeeper. Okay. Oh, I forgot that one of the times we had to... Or we reloaded. We went before that. Okay. So let's go talk to the innkeeper. We have our 500. That'll at least give us the ability. Hopefully he doesn't cost a bunch of money to also get. Can't remember which game it is. It might be Neverwinter Nights there, but there's one of them where it costs to even just, like, hire a companion costs a bunch of money.
Greetings. Are you here to meet someone? I've seen some adventurer types skulking about.
I want to increase the size of my
The Warriors
party.
Guild Pact states that one of your standing may add a third seat to your party roster, but you must be charged a one-time fee for it. Do you wish to add a third seat to your party?
Yes, I do. Nope, and then I hit the wrong
Greetings.
button.
Are you here to meet some? The Warriors Guild Pact. Congratulations. You may now have up to 3 members in your party. Would you like to see what adventurers are available?
Yes, let's review them. And party members and pets you have disbanded are listed in the inn. Left click button for more information. And see hiring companions at the inn in the journal. Okay, so does that mean I can hire these guys? Because I don't have any listed here. Okay, so we need to find... let's talk to this guy.
You seem filled with the light of Ziria, friend.
Ziria, should I know that name?
What? You do not know of Ziria? 1,000 years ago, in what historians call the First Age, Azunai the Defender rose up against Zeramoth the Unmaker and led his people in battle to escape the yoke of tyranny. Ziria served as a mere outrider in the van of his army. Legends say that she crept up on Zeramoth's army of Sek infidels, close enough to overhear a plan that surely would have ended Azunai's rebellion then and there. Well, she bade one of her companions to make haste to Azunai's camp and warn him before it was too late. It seems that the lovely creature who had recently entered his company and with whom he seemed quite taken was actually a Sek in disguise.
What happened to Ziria?
With the warning dispatched, Ziria herself rode full into the center of the enemy's encampment. By the time she reached their mage's tent, it is said that she was riddled with arrows and worse. Alive by sheer will alone, she slaughtered every mage in the tent that night before they brought her down.
That is quite a
Indeed.
story.
When the last Sek mage died, the enchantment was dispelled, and all could see the true nature of Azunai's paramour. And just in time, too. A few more minutes and she would have slit his throat. We will never forget Ziria's bravery and sacrifice. If she had not acted, you and I would surely not be here today.
Alright. Hey, let's go recruit our guy. Stop chatting with everybody. There obviously must be others at some point that we can also recruit. But for now, we really just need, I think, one more person would be really helpful. And then we'll sell whatever extra stuff and go on to the next thing.
I didn't expect to see you here. If you're leaving town soon, I'll lend you my sword arm. Been wanting to show this town my back for a long time. You won't be sorry, whatever you've heard.
Okay. That doesn't seem ominous at all. So let's take a look. Alright, so he is definitely going to be our melee guy. That is a better thing than that. He can't use that one yet. Lesser Jolt, Lesser Firebolt. Let's move those to her. You've got better boots in your pocket and you're not using them. Silly. That requires nature magic. Also requires nature magic. Armor 6, that's better. Melee. Nature magic. Melee. think the boots he had... Nope, those ones are definitely better. Oh. Give him that. Give him that. Give him that. We have all sorts of stuff that he can use that we can't. Well, good, that means that we'll have him kind of armored up pretty quick. And that just requires the character level. If he can't use the other one, he can use that one. Ranged, she should have those boots in her pockets. Throw that. I'm pretty sure I have better ones anyway. I think I have a better hood than that, but we'll do that anyway. No, I'm in my own stuff. Good lord. Okay, let's see. Well, he can't use any of this at the moment. Melee 9. Melee 3. Okay. Let's sell things.
Please take your time browsing through my goods.
Right, so the armor of 1. Go away. This also go away. Melee 5, 6 to 11, 8 to 14. You go away. Nope, ranged and quick draw actually goes in her pocket. Yeah, why is everybody all over the place? Come on.
Please take your time browsing through my...
Okay, armor 5, armor 6, death resistance and mana regeneration. It's the same. Armor 8, but that gives us stuff. Armor 6, 1 melee, armor 4, so he needs that. Armor 5, armor 11, you go away. Right. I know, this is the most exciting part of the entire game. This is what you all tuned in for, was for me to read the inventory and sell things. I know it totally was. It's exactly what you wanted to see all day. Boots, armor 6, armor 8. So let's get rid of those. Gloves you that she can't use yet. Generic silver ring. We'll keep that for now. Get that out of there. We'll keep both of those for now. Armor 8. Oh, boots. Armor 9, melee 6. Armor 8 just requires a level 8. That one just requires a melee of 6. So let's get rid of you, since you didn't do anything special anyway. Melee 8, 13 to 15. Melee 5, 8 to 14. Melee 4, 9 to 15. Can't use the ring. Right. Well, we do need... We don't have a lot, so let's not go crazy. But we can do that. And save. Alright. Let's get back to the real reason you all are here. Adventuring. Oh, and we should up his stuff, right? Critical strike or maximum health. What is his maximum health? 109. That doesn't list what the crit strike options are. Or chance to inflict a critical hit is 14 now. 200%. Maximum health up by 14. And then what does this bad boy do? Brutal attack. Okay. Let's up the critical strike. And back we go. Well, so far, it's a vast improvement. Okay, I lied. It was a vast improvement. No, it's still an improvement. I just was too busy watching the combat and not watching the health meters. You know, that thing I need to do. Because we do seriously need to get his... We probably should have raised his health instead of the other thing. What we need to do is get him up above level 3. Because then we can get him much better armor. Like, you know, this one, which he should actually be able to hit pretty soon. What is this one? Oh, leech life. Okay. I forgot. Right, remembering to watch our health bars. Alright, and then we will do our usual of wait a minute for the mana to build back up, because we are using up materials real quick here. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna switch out. Hopefully... I mean, I know some of it is that his armor is just kind of crappy. Which is unfortunately a downside to everything. No. Because I'm pushing the wrong button. I was wondering why the inventory popped up. And then I was like, well, maybe I never closed it. No, it was because I was hitting the inventory button and not the button I needed. Whereas now I want to look at the inventory button on purpose. Okay. I'm going to look at his on purpose. We're going to do this. Okay, it's still gonna be a minute before we can switch him into that other armor. I did it again. Okay. They are just super, super frustrating.
Please take your time.
Ow. Dang
Please
it.
take your time
Wrong
browsing through my
button.
good.
I feel like we've made no progress at all today. I know, that's not really the most important part. The most important part is having fun, and we did really, honestly, actually make some progress. It just doesn't feel like it. It's like, we're still in the same area. We're about to go smack this guy. You know, again. So I think I am kind of back to my idea of saying screw this cave once we get our stuff. Just like I said, I'm pretty sure this is somewhere that we need to go to get our stuff, or not our stuff, to get, you know, back to, or get some of the things that we're looking for. Yeah, it's this bastard that we have to take down. And we're just not, we're not succeeding at it. We are not succeeding at it at all. And it's very frustrating. But, oh well. It is what it is. There's not I mean, I guess we'll slap some armor and stuff on somebody. At least then we're not running back in totally naked. Yeah, like we're already out of the health potions that we had bought. So, anyway, we will get through it eventually, one way or the other. Yeah, I'm thinking that we are going back to screw the cave. We're not going to deal with it. If we have to come back to it later, we can. But screw the cave for now. We're going to get our stuff and we are just going to run away. Alright. Everybody run for your stuff. Come on. Come get your stuff. Everybody come get your stuff. Come get your stuff. 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 Everybody get their stuff. Stuff. And teleport. Come on. Thank you. Oh, it only brought me back. Well, that's not that helpful. Well, I guess I can switch out my gear, at least. But otherwise, yeah, it's not that helpful, folks. I have just enough to buy 2 health potions.
Please take your time browsing through my...
And I'm sure I can't drop these to them because, yeah, character is too far away. Alright, well, I'll take what I can get, I guess. Alright, everybody just follow me then. Come on, everybody follow me. Give them a chance to resurrect. Come on, follow me. Follow me. We're just gonna keep running around till they can come back. Because I don't really know what else to do. Yeah. And struggling with the follow me part because of the whole point and click problem. Alright, I've got one coming back. There she is. Where is he at? Okay, nope, screw this, we're just gonna keep running. And everything has respawned, yay! Just keep running, just keep running. I don't even know where we are right now. We're just running. Which is clearly not truly the way to go, because we are... yeah. Okay, well now I know where I am. But I do need to get my people back. Alright, so let's get closer to him so that he'll come back. Come on. Alright, there he is. Nope, we're ignoring him. That's why we're ignoring him. Okay. Maybe we need to just take this guy out. Maybe that's really our only option. It's an option that doesn't seem to work, though. But we're gonna figure it out one way or the other. Because we kind of just have to. Alright, we gotta... That was not really maybe the best place for us to resurrect. Because none of us died over there. We gotta find all of our stuff. Alright, so there he is. There's his stuff. No, come back. Oi. And then we were over here. Alright, let's just take this bastard out. This guy really is a big problem. Like, no matter what we do. I don't have a better strategy for the whole thing. Like, I'm not really sure what else to do except to just manage to take that guy out somehow. So, that's what we're gonna keep trying. And give me 1 second, I want to take a quick stretch break, so I'll be back in just a minute. Alright. Try number 8,000. I don't know. I don't know why we're suddenly so bad at all of this. Inventory. She does have her crossbow, and she has some armor. Let's go with it. He just dies constantly. Like, it's not really working very well. Yeah, we've just got to get his stuff up. We really just need to get his stuff up. And then it won't be so much of a struggle. Heck, it almost feels like punching this guy is working better than anything else we've done. I say as I immediately die. But this guy is almost dead. Like... Ah, shit. And there's another one. Okay, we're not doing this over again. We're not doing it for 18,000 times. We're gonna reload. This will be the stream of how many times do we reload the game. Okay, we have all of our thingy things. Everybody has something. Alright, we're gonna do this differently. We're gonna increase his health. Because what did we say it was? It was 109. Now it's 113. That's at least better. We've got all the thingy things. 1221, 36, right, because we gave me the slightly better bow since I seem to end up using it. Okay, I have a new idea. Like we said, screw the cave. We reloaded, so we're definitely at screw the cave. Let's get a little bit of XP. I think that is going to be part of the way to go. Let's get a little bit of XP and a little bit of money. Alright, one of us has resurrect scrolls. Let's... well, take these guys out first. Okay, where... he's over here somewhere. There he is. Alright, so... resurrect scroll. And do that. I don't think, in the grand scheme, what just went down was real helpful. But here we are. Lesser Jolt. because it's already down here. Lesser Jolt, 34 to 756. Costs a little bit less mana. We need to get better about switching back and forth from our spells. Alright, so screw the cave. We're not doing the cave. No more cave. Yep, but we do have to take out these guys. Well, he didn't die this time. Look at that. Okay, and we already explored over there. We're not going the other way. And there is something wandering up there. Before we do that, I want to look at... So, I'm only... Where am I? There we are. I'm not that far away from getting to the next thing. I mean, I'm like 2/3. And same with my level. Daru. She just leveled, so she's only like a quarter of the way towards the next one. And then his is the worst. But, well, we knew it was probably going to be the worst, since we just recruited him. Oh, and what are we at money-wise? We're at crap money. Another cave. Does anybody have any... Okay, so I have a big one. He doesn't have any. Alright, so you take the big health potion. We're gonna try this cave. You know, we couldn't do the other cave, but we're gonna try this one. Okay, he seriously needs better weapons. Okay, and we'll obviously wait for her to resurrect. Let's see. Oh, now we have okay. We have some money. We are teleporting. And I bet, I don't know if we
Greetings,
got a
friend.
lot of stuff that we
My
can
po-
sell, but I think we have something we can sell. So those, we can sell these because we already have both of them. And we're just too dumb to realize it. These, I think I'm going to stick back in the thing and the stuff in the thing. The chest. You have a lesser resurrect. You have resurrect scrolls. Let's give you the lesser resurrect. Which I don't think he can use. But we're gonna give it to him anyway. These two things both require quick draw, which she currently doesn't have, but let's get rid of it. This, I already have one. We'll keep that. Only 4, but Overbear. Overbear is that. Character can equip two-handed weapons. Barricade training of Snowbrookhaven Elite. Hers melee character can equip shields. Character can equip one-handed melee weapons in both hands and dual wield. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So we'll hang on to some of this. Melee 9, melee 10. Melee 12. Melee 6. So I guess we're just going to kind of hang on to most of this stuff for now. We'll get rid of that. But this was the main reason we wanted to do this. Looks like we're kind of... we'll do a couple of manas. Alright. We are now super broke, but everybody has more Healy stuff. I think I do want to take a look at...
If Celia says you're all right, then you're all right. Though I must say it makes my skin crawl to sell weapons to a follower of Valdis. And in my own home, no less.
What I want to see is if there is something here. Just smacked my microphone. Sorry, everybody. If there is something here that is definitely better, 3 to 6, which is probably everything. Well, really only that. Everything is about the same and doesn't have any extra special stuff. So... okay. That's really all I wanted to see.
My
I guess
metallurgy
maybe...
skills are unsurpassed among my sisters. Would you like...
No, that's shields. Armor. We want stuff he can use. That's slightly better. So that's a possibility. That might be an option. And that stuff's all gonna be cruddier. It just looks cool. Okay. That's all I wanted to see, really. Let's put those couple of things in our chesty chest. No reason to carry a ton of stuff around. Character level 4, right, let's put that in there. Melee 10, melee 9. Shield requires barricade, that requires overbear. Character 10. Melee 12, melee 6, melee 5. Alright. We're gonna save. And back to it. And of course I can't see the stupid guy. Well, thanks everybody else for him not dying. Or for us not dying, because I couldn't see where I was. Okay, before we go out, let's see what we picked up. Armor 11 requires a character level of 8. Armor 9. Armor 6. Talent and span of death resistance. This does require combat magic, so home dude can't use it. But everybody being a little bit more armored up is better than nobody being armored up. Oh, it would also help if I was not on my teleport spell. Yeah, kinda, sorta, maybe. Right? Okay, so this way we go. And apparently we take out scorpions. If I can remember to use his special skill, it's kind of a good skill to have. It's kind of a useful skill. I just have to remember to use it. And we'll give our mana a second to regenerate. That's probably enough. Alright, everybody back up. Everybody back up. We gotta regenerate some mana before we go after the next guy. We have gotta. What is this? Imbues nearby allies with strength from the earth, increasing maximum health. Why do I never use this? Why do I never remember that she has that? Oh, we're using it now. Okay, mana is regenerated. Let's go take on a giant dino. Okay, we want him to come back here, everybody. Because we really didn't want to grab all the extra guys. That's why we didn't want to grab all the extra guys. Yeah, that's why we didn't want to grab all the extra guys. Alright, this time we are going to kick butt and take names and grab them in the order we wanted to grab them, right? Right? That's what we're going to do. That's the plan. And hopefully not a whole lot of stuff has respawned. Not that we got real far. So, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. And down he goes again, immediately. But that went better. Requires character level of 13, fire resistance. We really need him to get up to 4. He's almost there. Oh, right. Save early, save often. What is this? It's a mushroom circle, but clearly there's supposed to be a lever or a way down or something. It looks like anyway. Yeah, somebody picked up Dryad Sword, which he can't use quite yet. But once he can, which should be pretty soon, that'll be way better than what he's got. Cool. Oh, maybe I should read the bottom left. What a curious circle of mushrooms. You seem to recall rumors of... It disappeared. Rumors of Amon's interest in such occurrences. Or Amren. Okay. Which one was Amren? Who is Amren? I don't remember. I am sure that we'll find out. Alright, is there anything good over here? There's gold. We will always take gold. Okay, Dryad Bow. Damage of range of 10 to 10. I'm pretty sure her stuff is all better. Well, that's not, but that was the backup bow anyway. Plus 10 damage for minimum range. Plus 3 to health steal. We'll switch those out and give her that one. That's a better backup, and we will get rid of this one when we are at a point of getting rid of things. Hey, he is almost there. Oh, that just rearranges my stuff because I'm hitting the wrong buttons again. Should be my nickname or something. Wrong button Ed. Oh yay! Health bushes. I'm pretty sure I said this last stream. I think it's interesting that they made this whole thing about the health bushes and the mana bushes, and then we almost never see them. Yep, and she leveled up. Let's see what we've got. Adds to all the resistances. Dodge, chance to dodge. Up the critical hit. Fighting arrow. Equip crossbows and they do more damage. What is this one? Crossbow range. Since she's currently using a crossbow, that seems like a good place to be. Have you leveled up yet? No. Almost. Like, points away. No, and I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I moved the bow, and then I never switched it back. Didn't say, I don't know why it's like that. Nope, you totally do, Ed. You just gotta think for 30 seconds before opening your silly app. Okay, finally, leveling up. We are going to add to your health. We are going to change all the stuff in the inventory. That should help quite a bit. And then with you, now let's kill these things first. Then we'll figure it out. Okay, we do have both now, lightning magic and fire magic spells. But I really think that we just need to increase either the damage or the mana. What do we think? Damage or mana? Damage or mana? Let's do damage. And then next time we'll do mana. I won't remember by next time, but that's the plan. Okay, is there anybody else with that scorpion? It does not look like it. So, let's go get him. That one was my bad. That time it was totally my bad. Alright, somebody resurrect him. That's just healing, right? What the heck is that? It's like a weird treant or something. Okay, inventory, spellbook. Okay, you do have lesser resurrect. Why? Resurrect. There we go. Spellbook. Maybe we need to switch it to here. Oh, it can't be an autocast spell. Well, that's what I say to that. That is how I feel about it. Okay. Signs. The cavern to the ruins and the stuff and the things. We are gonna go in the tower though. Which always, all towers go down, right? That's how this works. They all go down. Alright, let's try our plan of killing the big guy first. It sort of worked. Alright. Let's collect all the things. And resurrect him. Again. Oh, it also might have actually helped had she, had the right weapon and not Still had her resurrection spell on. Just might have maybe helped a little bit. Okay. Alrighty, well, I guess back up we go. Alright. Ooh. Ultra close up. And it looks like there's nothing over that side either. So up this way we go. Can we go up the ladder? No. There's also nothing up the ladder. It's a ladder to nowhere. What do those hearts mean? Hates characters who use healing magic. But no one seems to have anything crazy.
Help me, young one.
Okay. We're here to help. It is kind of what we do. The Dryad Exile Colony seems to be lacking in exiles. Pretty sure they're all dead.
You have my thanks. Those sorrowful creatures were prepared to tear me limb from limb.
It is good I happened to come across you in time. What was your purpose here?
It was my desire to help them. Alas, they were too far gone, and sought only my destruction.
Then this must be the Dryad Exile Colony.
No
Sorry, that had a
longer.
question mark at
It
the
is
end.
now a graveyard, my young friend.
I was told they were ill, but I thought I had more time.
They began to transform just as I arrived. It was a painful and ghoulish sight. Be glad it did not happen in front of you. Now, what brings you this perilous way?
I was on my way home and hoped to relieve these dryads of their suffering.
That you have done, for they will find eternal peace in the shining shores beyond. For we who remain in the world of flesh and fire, I cannot say the same.
Do you speak of the plague?
Plague, in a sense. Although that is too kind a word. I speak of Valdis.
I do not fear Valdis or his minions. History is filled with men willing to kill for land and gold. He is nothing special.
Ah, but Valdis is bent on something far more terrible than power of rule, young friend. All living things have reason to tremble at his intent.
I do not understand. Please tell me what you know.
It goes back to the story of Azunai and Zaramuth. Do you know it?
I have heard tales of it all my life, but the full story? No.
An age ago, Zaramoth conquered the Empire of Stars through powerful magic and an ancient sword. Only Azunai the Defender, hailing from the southern plains, resisted his power. Azunai led his people against Zaramuth's forces on the Plain of Tears. Zaramuth brought his sword against Azunai's shield. When those weapons met, the very heavens were torn asunder. The clash brought about the end time, young friend. A world was laid to waste, and an age came to a close.
Okay. I'm not sure I know any more now than I did before the cutscene.
Do you understand, my young friend?
An age ended because a sword and a shield met in battle?
This was not just any sword or any shield. Strange and wondrous creatures forged those weapons of war. They were imbued with godly power. Power to change the course of history.
That is quite a story, old one. But how does Valdis enter into it?
This weapon has been found once again. It is now in the hands of a power-mad fiend, bent on fulfilling his own insane plans. Valdis now bears the sword of Zaramoth.
What?
Valdis believes that he is Zaramoth reborn, and he means to recreate the world according to his own perverse design. It is his goal to end this second age and bring about another end time.
But if the world is still here, and we are alive, then the end time cannot mean the final end of all things, can it?
The end time is both an end and a beginning. It brings about the death of one age, so that another age may be born. It cannot be compared to anything found in nature.
Forgive me, but that smacks more of rumor than reason. But even if what you say were so, could Valdis truly bring about the end time just by wielding an old sword?
The Sword of Zaramoth, forged by ancient beings in the First Age, still contains the power to alter all existence, but what you say is true, for the power is sealed within it. To fulfill his dark design, Valdis must hold the key to unlock it. That key is the Shield of Azunai, which he seeks even now.
But according to the legend, the shield was destroyed by Zaramoth's sword.
Not true. The great shield yet exists, but was broken into fragments and scattered across the face of the world. These fragments are known today and have a name. You may have heard it. They are referred to as the Aegis artifacts.
Aegis? As in the Aegis of Life? That's a piece of Azunai's legendary shield? So that is what Valdis was seeking on the Dryads Beach.
Yes, and he took it from the Temple of the Coast, as well you know. You helped him attain it.
That is the shameful truth, but how did you know that?
I have eyes and ears in many places, my friend. It is what we scholars do, although I expect I have something of an edge. But in any case, you were there and took part?
You must think me thoroughly wicked to have fought alongside Valdis as I did.
I would think that indeed, if I did not know the truth. There is more to you than meets the casual eye, my young warrior. You have a role to play yet, in the warp and weave of events.
I cannot imagine what that would be, but your story troubles me greatly, scholar. I fear for my homeland as well as for this world.
There are many who wish to defy the will of Valdis. Resistance forces are everywhere. I shall keep you no longer. You were kind enough to help me, and so I will return the favor. The path off this island is easy enough. Simply continue beyond this point to reach the portal to the mainland.
My thanks, good sir. May you fare well in your journeys.
The way is now clear. However, you will have to pass through the Kithria caverns to reach the portal, and that is easier said than done.
If that is my road, I will take it.
Spoken in faith. That is good to hear. Safe travels to you, my young warrior. These items may help you on your way. Take them. I expect we will see each other again.
Farewell and thank you. And everybody leveled up. Ooh, and we completed a quest. A quest. Not a crest. That's, yeah, a mountain and toothpaste. Anyway, yes, we want to save. Alright, let's go look in all the barrels. Everybody leveled up a little bit. Leveled up somehow. So we want to do that before we leave here. No, we already checked that one. That's why I can't do anything with it. And we're gonna save again and read our journal. Leaving Graylin Isle. Locate the Kithra Caverns. Okay. Let's start with you. Right, are we doing more health again? Or are we doing crit strike? I think this time we'll do crit strike. Right, that's the crummy old stuff. This we should be at any minute. Except that we don't have overbear yet. Okay. One down. Next one up. Let's see. Far shot. More damage. Critical hit. Dodge. Or resistance. Or adding quick draw. This is glowing green. I think that's a hint. We'll just go with it. Shrapnel blast. Debilitation. There is power in disease and decay. Mages who study it risk their health and sanity. I don't have a whole lot of sanity to begin with, so, you know, I don't think it would change much. Curse spell power, curse spell duration. We aren't using either of those things. Summon Alacrity. Mages who study this skill can accelerate the metabolism of the creatures they summon and agitate them to a frenzy, drastically increasing their attack rate. Grim Necromancy. Practitioners of this discipline commune with dark forces and master spells that tear the life out of their enemies. Many mages wonder if any end is worth such means. Quickened casting. When the legendary archer Alamus became too old to string his bow, he sought a new life in magic and learned that... No, but we don't have enough for that. Again, that was green, so I guess we'll go with it. Death magic, but we aren't using any death magic, I think, at the moment. Unless that falls under death magic. Oh, and we forgot one. Okay. This, I am pretty sure, is our way out. I guess we could have looked at the sign. Cell colony, has ruins. Okay, let me actually go to where I can see the sign. And through caverns. Oh, and these weird... Yow. Up close and personal here. And the big guy only went down once. Yay! Right, what new did we get? Good apprentice hood. Maybe that's the one we already had. Ooh, 1474. But it gives plus 15 damage and plus 3. So I think that's better. Lesser static bolt. Ooh. I'll have to look into that. Oh, and she can now use this. Which... those are the same. We'll put that in there. Give that to this guy. He probably... oh, well, he can't use it, but he needs it. He'll get there soon enough. And a helmet that he can't use, I don't think she can either. I think whatever she has is better. So we are gonna leave it as is. Okay. Oh, nope, I want to look in... stop. This. 39 to 65. Lesser static bolt. Requires 15 mana with a range of 9. I think I'll put it down there, but I don't know if I want to use it yet. It seems kind of the same as the Jolt. Blast target enemy with a bolt of static, damaging it and briefly slowing its attacks. That's kind of useful. Blast an enemy with static electricity. Yeah, let's switch those. Not that we remember to change them up anyway. But, yeah, we can try. We can only improve from here, right? At least in theory. Kinda, sorta, maybe. I mean, if anyone's gonna get worse the longer we play a game, it's gonna be me. Okay. New spot. Or another door. It's not a new spot, it's another door. And this tower was just for storage. These things are weird looking. Like, I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. I know, I shouldn't keep trying to, you know, make the creatures of a whole different universe from our own match up with ours. It is kind of silly, but I keep doing it anyway. Okay, our usual of check the stuff. Ooh, that's a cool looking bow. I don't know if it's any better than what she's already using, 17 to 24. It is not. But it's still pretty cool looking. And nothing that he can use. What is this? Armor and strength. No, not really useful for her either. Let's do that. Ooh, this might be useful. Adds 2 to 5 weapon damage, lightning resistance, plus 60 to gold drop. Okay, that is the same as this one, so let's give it to her. And he can't use those either. Okay. Exile and town. Caverns are up that way. But we found a new teleport spot. Yay for new teleport spot. We always need the new teleport spots because the constant running back and forth is really annoying. And we actually have money for stuff, so let's do it. And we also have stuff to sell. Alright, we want to look at you. Armor of 25, damage of 6 to 10.
If Celia says you're all right, then you're all...
Yeah, nothing... I mean, we kind of thought
My
that.
metallurgy skills.
Armor of 20 is usually, except for way early on in the game, all of your good stuff is gonna come from out in the field.
Greetings, friend.
But we'll do the same here and look and see. We have all of these. We don't have this one. Ooh. Lesser Grave Beam damages target enemy with a beam of concentrated energy, of concentrated death energy to be specific. I don't know if I actually want to buy it though. I was really planning to do more of this. No, come on. We don't seem to need a ton of mana potions. It's just the health potions. We'll call that good. Yeah, we're gonna buy it. Okay. Let's see. You have none. You have one. And here we are back to the most exciting part of the game, where I sort the inventory. Because that's what everybody wanted to see. I know it. I know that's exactly why y'all are here. Do that. Throw her another one. Now DK, blah. DK armor, not whatever I was attempting to say there and failed, is an autocast. Nice, okay. Right, Eastern Graylin is where we need to be. I guess at some point we should probably suck it up and teleport to back to the Elven Shrine. Since, boop boopy doo, that's where What's-Her-Face thinks that there's stuff that we should look for her. But I'm not doing it right now. Okay, I want to read that's min damage, magic damage reduced, fire armor dropped. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess. And looking around to see if there's any place worth going. Well, that works for me. I guess I'm kind of glad I bought that spell. Nope, and the Dryad got angry for using healing spells. I said I never read the bottom left stuff. I really ought to. You find out all sorts of interesting things if you actually read the information that the screen gives you. I think the problem is that it's just down at the bottom left. So, like, it's just not a convenient place. Like, it should be up here, you know, in the middle or something. Like, even if it's not big, just up here where you're more likely to see it. Like, I get it wanting to be out of the way of being able to see the important things like combat and enemies and so on. But yeah. But still. Alright, we've got all these little jackasses to get. Wow, there's just shit everywhere. Okay, this could be interesting. They are literally everywhere. Huh! Holy crap. We did it. We actually did it. I was kind of not expecting that, considering we had been doing so great at surviving things like that earlier. Yeah, I figured this would be another shit show, but we actually managed to do it. And now I'd really like to save, but I want to do that after, you know, we're done killing things. Because, yeah. Okay, let's get this guy. What do we think? Barricade, Overbear. We'll probably do both. No, it's not letting me click any of them, but I should have... No, whatever. Okay. Mana bushes. Yay, mana bushes. We need all the mana potions. No other bushes, no health bushes, no barrels of cool stuff. No. Okay. What about over in this corner? Nope. Over in that corner? Nope. Alright, our favorite spots. A cave. so far, so good. Okay, which door do we want to try? Make sure there's no other doors or other things. Left or right? Left or right? Let's go left. I can't see the other bad guy. Oh, well, thanks guys for taking him out since I couldn't see him. Ooh, barrels to break. We like it when there's stuff to break. Especially when they give us things. Okay, is there anything? There's stuff to break in here. Are we all too far away? What the heck? Come on, guys. It's gold. Stop leaving it on the floor. Right. I think let's go check the other door. I want to check the other door before we go back around. Or before we go through there. It might just be one big circle. It sort of feels like it is. That's kind of the vibe I get. But we have no way of actually knowing that. Sometimes these layouts, because it is not a big circle, sometimes these layouts don't make any sense. I kind of feel like that's important. Like once we go through the other doors, we're gonna find something that has to do with that. Yeah, there's a dude just chilling in here. Well, we're gonna take all your stuff first. Or go through all your stuff first, I guess, would be the more accurate statement. Alright, I guess we're talking to Homeboy.
You are a sight for sore eyes. I owe you my thanks, friend.
Alright, we are back to two options. Not a problem, who are you? Or anytime, but I need to be on my way. We'll go with the first one. It was not a problem. Who are you?
I'm Feldweir the blacksmith, at your service.
What is a blacksmith doing all alone out here, of all places?
I know this is not the best looking place for a forge, but the fuel supply is right here, and the airflow is actually quite good. I didn't know that I would be overrun by those things, or that they would keep me prisoner in my own workshop. I knew this was too good to be true.
I am rather surprised that you are not dead. Or mad. It seems no one else in this area has escaped the plague.
If you are not in a terrible hurry, I could use your help with something.
And again, two options. What do you need? Or I'm sorry, but I need to be on my way. We'll go with what do you need.
The creatures that accosted me, I think they were dryads. Once. They surrounded me, knocked me down, then raided my workshop. They took everything of value, and worse, my very tools. Please, friend, I have heard them in the rooms below. If you can recover my anvil and mithril ore, I will make you a weapon fit for the greatest champion in the land.
Alright, the rooms below, you say? I will start searching there.
I managed to unlock the door that leads to the lower area, but their ferociousness prevented me from searching further. Some of the creatures seemed incredibly powerful. It may take some time before you have the mettle to face them.
And end conversation. Okay. I guess through the door it is. Nope, let's check the journal. It updated. We might as well read it. Find the anvil, find the ore, return the anvil and ore to Feldweir. Alright. So, since we're here, let's do it. Okay, nothing else. We're going up, not down. Okay. So that's the way up. We need to go down. Can we go this way? No. How do you go down? He said down, right? Nope, there's nothing back this way. And this is the way we came in. We're not missing anything over here. Except a guy that respawned. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta take out these guys since our overzealous archer So I guess up and out we go, and apparently eventually we end up down below. I guess. We hope. Maybe. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Helps if you turn around and actually look at the whole room before running off. There was literally a door right behind us. You know, use your eyeballs and shit, right? I can't see. I can't see. Alright, is there anything right here in this corner to look into? No. Alright, look at our inventory, see what we have that might actually be useful. You go there, you also go there, and you also go there. That doesn't do anything. I know it's enchantable, but we have plenty of stuff. And we are starting to get to a point where we're going to need to clear out some space. So, usually helps if you're clicked on the right character. Let's do that real quick.
Greetings, friend. My potions are always brewed fresh.
Alright, so we want to sell some stuff first. Like you. I mean, currently we don't have anyone who's using nature magic, at least not to that degree. You go away. You we can put there. Right. Get rid of that one. That is better than this. Get rid of that. Get those out of here. That actually might be something that she could use. You can go. You can go. Level 6, 8 to 14. That's better, and it just requires Overbear, which I need to get him up to. We need to get Barricade going also. 9 to 16, 6 to 10. No, this one requires nature magic. Get out of here. We'll just do all the health potions we can manage to fill our pockets with. There. Okay, So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same with her. Alright, so you need some more mana stuff. So do you. For some reason, Homeboy has all the mana potions. And he doesn't even cast spells. So I don't know why he's got all the mana potions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make everybody have, or well, those two ladies have 6. And Homeboy can have the lesser of them.
Greetings. Would you like an item enchanted today?
I just want to see what my options are. Oh, maybe because it's already enchanted? Drag items with enchantable in the title. Enchantable silver ring. And then drag regents. Mana steel. That's really the only regent I think we have with us. Oh no, this one. +1 damage. 1 to 3 lightning damage. Okay, well, nothing that really knocks socks off at the moment anyway. So. But now we know. Wait, no, I need my little circle to go back to where I want to go. Okay, we need to go down, don't we? Yes. Nope, and then I need to switch my spell. Okay, which way do we want to go? How about, let's look at that first. I don't know what that did. Did it do anything? Let's deal with this guy. Doesn't say what he, oh, there it is. Weak to ranged. Well, she's shooting range stuff at him. Doesn't really seem to be making much of a difference. I have a feeling it's because we clicked the thingy. Because we have little down arrows by our stuff. Kinda saw that coming. Downside is now we have to figure out where we're going. Up this way. And we've got to run all the way there. Nope, and there's another one. Snuck up behind me because I didn't even see it. Well, having to... You know what, some of us are not... We still have stuff in our pockets. Why are we not using it? There we go. Actually, this one is probably better. There. Okay. Anyway, away we keep going. I'm not exactly sure how far we were. Oh, we were like right around here because we hadn't crossed the bridge. And this is where we ran into all of the craziness, which hopefully is no longer all of the craziness. Because, well, obvious reasons. Alright, 1 up, 2 up, health potion up. And this is where we were, right? Yeah. Oh, and I leveled up. Cool. I don't have combat magic 24 though. Death magic. Since we are currently using a death magic spell, that seems like a pretty useful one to go with. Wait, I want to look at this. Chain lightning, flame nexus, energy orb. Alright, we stick with what we've got. Right, this is where we need to be. Yeah, I think it is. hopefully not too much else has respawned, I say, as all the things seem to have respawned. Just waiting for me to... There I go. Wake up. Oh, and apparently we left some gold behind. Alright, everybody's got their stuff. Let's switch out the mediocre stuff for the good stuff. I think that's all we did. Everybody. Nope, he's down to no potions. Okay, so I vote maybe we go the other direction. Especially since the arrow actually tells us that we have to go that direction, so maybe we should go this direction and clear this first. Okay, and I increased in combat magic, and Lothar, home dude, increased in strength. I still keep trying to hit W. For some reason, I cannot remember that this is a point-and-click game. You can't hit W. W doesn't do you any good. I mean, maybe... I don't know if I can go in and remap keys and all of that sort of stuff. It isn't that big of a deal, so I haven't looked. I'm so glad I remembered that we had those little spells down there, or actually looked into them, because for that one, they're kind of useful. Like, very. Anything in the corners? No. But there's stuff in this corner. Okay, left or right? I'm thinking right. I don't really have a good reason for that. It's just... that's what I was thinking. You received Feldweir's Anvil. Check the lore tab to view. Cool. We got one thing. Oh, and I guess we ought to check the lore tab. Feldweir's Anvil. You obtain this anvil from a band of marauding creatures who have previously stolen it from the blacksmith. I guess in case we forgot. I mean, I guess when you're not playing all the time, or, you know, have a chat to remind you of things, it's probably useful to have something that reminds you, right? Door. Oh, there's a lever over here. Have I missed other levers? I probably have. Why didn't y'all tell me? A secret area has been found. Is this the secret area? I guess so. And here's another lever. A secret area has been found. Well, that's not... We were already in here. Because that takes us to this door that we haven't gone in yet. Okay. Oh, there's a lever on this side, too. Can I open this lever? No. Alright, well that's where we came from. So this is where we have to go. No secret levers over here. But there's bad guys. Baddie bad guys. Hi, bad guys. Remember to use our heals. Health potions are important. Any levers? Now that we've discovered that there are levers, now we will forever be looking for them. Nope. I don't see any more levers. Oh, it just lit up a whole bunch of things. Overbear, dual wield. This is the other one. More dual wield. Let's do that. What is this one? Staggering blow. 441% normal damage to enemies. Stun radius can only be used with a two-handed melee weapon. Automatically enhances next attack. Normal recharge. That one does even more. And that can be used with anyone. Well, I think we'll keep it. The one we have activated. But this does mean that we can switch to this bad boy, which might actually not do more damage. Min damage 15, Max damage 25. Okay, so this would be more. Okay. Any levers? Any levers? Here, lever, lever. Alright, so we've gone in a big old circle. I don't know where we need to go next. Oh, probably to deal with that stinky jerk butt. I'm gonna go deal with the stinky jerk butt. Well, that was a one smack wonder. That was kind of cool. Right, no levers, no levers. So, I guess now we have to deal with this jackass. Man, we are just all sucking on this. Well, shit. And we didn't save, so we need to run back to our bodies and do all the things. Wait, actually, before we do that, let's look at something. Let's at least give you a weapon. And same with you. Give me something to wear. And let's put some potions into Homeboy's pockets.
Greetings, friend. My...
Now, come on. It's better than none. Yeah, we really don't have anything else in here. Okay. Here we go. And let's hope not too much has respawned. At least we sort of know where we're going now. You know, since we've only done it a bunch. And away we go. Right, so this time we're going to retrieve our stuff. Hopefully without triggering that guy. And we're going to save. And then we'll figure out the next game plan. Right. Everybody has their stuff. Let's fix our stuff. Put the good stuff on. Actually, that club is better. That's kind of better than this, isn't it? I mean, they're pretty close to the same, but I think in general it's better. Let's see what it says. I guess it claims that's better. Okay. It just does more damage and adds 1 to the max damage. I guess I'm kind of confused as to how that works, but anyway, here we are. Save. Let's try this. Let's try that spell. Yeah, maybe we need to get him up here. Come here. Come up here. Come on. Okay, well that is not the way to get him up here. That seemed to work better. But do we not have any? We don't. We don't have any mana potions. That became an issue. We're gonna reload. And now we're gonna buy some mana potions.
Greetings, friend. My
Okay, Now we'll run back again. That time it did really seem to go better. And hopefully not much else has respawned. And that was weird. What the hell? Okay, well, on that note, we are over time anyway, and we did just save right before that boss battle that killed us the 2 times ago. So I think we are just gonna call it here for the day, and when I start up next week, we will just load the save. I'm not gonna save here, I'm just gonna exit out. So we'll just load the save and go from there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, even if I clearly am terrible. It was still fun. So, I will see you all on Sunday. I know it is Mother's Day, but I am still planning to hang out with you all for a little bit, and then go do Mother's Day stuff. So I will see you all on Sunday, and have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.